Hi friends and new friends. Evan Duffield introduced the concept of evolution in 2015. It featured a decentralized API, usernames, and a Venmo and PayPal-like experience, and it was met with much excitement and ambitious release dates. In the intervening years, however, delays and lack of updates led some to believe that evolution may never come. Were you one of them? Is evolution ever coming? Find out on today's CATV episode. I'm Christopher Carruthers, also known as Tao of Satoshi, and you're watching Cash Alternative TV. So what is Cash Alternative TV, other than that catchy jingle? Well, it's a show about cryptocurrency with a focus on Dash, which aims to be a digital cash for the world, an alternative to cash. If this is something that you're interested in, you want to learn more about Dash, or just want to hang out with me some more, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss an episode. Now onto the topic of today's show. Evan Duffield introduced the concept of evolution in 2015 at Bitcoin Wednesday. Here are the highlights of that presentation.
And so now what we're trying to do is fix ease of use and adoption. And this brings us to Dash evolution. This is a new concept which essentially introduces the first decentralized API. And an API, as you know, is always centralized. But by using decentralized oracles on the network, we can ensure that data is not messed with when you request it. And so what happens essentially is you have a panel of masternodes that you ask for data from. They all get it individually, and they all sign it. And then you have all of the pieces of data that came from all of them at once. And so you know that none of them interfered with your request. And so we can do this network-wide, and it scales. And it scales really, really well. And the reason that we came up with this concept is because a while back when I was trying to figure out what is wrong with ease of use, I went to my family and I specifically asked my mom to send me some Bitcoin. And I got nothing but questions for about a half an hour. What are these addresses? What are they? How do they work? Why? Is this dangerous? Questions like that. People inherently think there's something wrong with interacting with Bitcoin because it just isn't intuitive. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make a completely intuitive, easy to use interface for dealing with digital currency. And it's essentially going to be our entire ecosystem. We're not going to do this for one singular wallet. We're going to do it from this API. And so everything on our network will interact with this API in the same way. And then it'll all be easy to use and intuitive. If you look at some of the specifications over here of the system, we're going to try to remove all of the fees from the system. And we have a really good strategy that will work for doing this. And it will actually allow us to not even be attacked. No one will be able to attack even though we have no fees within the system. The design here is also designed so that it can scale without hitting a ceiling. And that's been one of our major concerns this entire time. When we start to grow, we don't want a ceiling. We don't want to hit some unforeseen barrier that stops adoption. Because once you hit that, it turns off users, and then you have to fix it, and it takes a lot of time. And these systems can expand very, very quickly if they're made correctly. And so that's what we're trying to do.
A lot of Dash OGs, or original gangsters, also known as early adopters, were very excited about this news. But since then, they've become disillusioned because the evolution features were taking too long to develop. Evolution was delayed because of developer turnover and serious cohesive issues that result from running a decentralized organization. These delays led to a loss of investor confidence and may have contributed to the market cap slide that Dash has seen over the past couple of years. Communication on what was happening behind the scenes was scarce, and people began to exit their investment positions in Dash. While that's unfortunate, it's not irreversible. The kind of investor who would make a decision like that wants to see innovation and progress, and it seemed to have dried up for a time. But now the situation's changed. Over the past couple of years, Dash's ecosystem has solidified, with defined roles taking shape that help with performance. The Dash network, through its decentralized governance and funding, has elected Dash Core Group to head up development on the protocol. And the Dash core group in turn has solidified personnel structure and procedures to focus on development results. Since Ryan Taylor, the CEO of the Dash core group, has taken control, Dash core group has provided us with the following features: LLM queues, chain locks, instant send by default, Dash platform, a strong private send legal position, a strong security status legal position, the Dash Investment Foundation, Dash DAO New Zealand Trust, and numerous business and exchange integrations. Also, in terms of evolution keeping the fundamentals as it was detailed in 2015, even though it was seriously delayed, Dash is starting to win the battle to complete that upgrade with all of the promised features. So to all the Dash OGs who may have exited their positions between 2015 and now, that's all good, that's your decision, but fundamentally we're on the right track and we're on pace to complete the features that were promised. It's important for people in the project to be focused on the tech, what Dash can do for people in the long term. And if you're a digital currency OG, you recognize the potential of Dash's incentivized peer-to-peer network and what can be built on top of it. Waiting for major releases with the expectation that news releases are going to pump the price is not the right outlook. Dash at this point needs tech people and developers, because what evolution does is create use cases for Dash. And people that want to know how they can spend their Dash, they can do it on evolution. It's really great, and we're excited that it's going to be coming through the pipe very soon. Most cryptos are just focused on specific niches, and even if they have usernames, it's a bolt-on. They're not positioning themselves as a digital currency that you can sign up from a homepage and then log in and use directly, or log in and use applications built on it directly without a middleman, browser extension, or third-party server. This is what can be and is being built: a platform of apps on the Dash network that users can sign up for with a username and password from anywhere on any device and with no middleman. Dash platform, a part of evolution, is already on EvoNet, so anyone with the wherewithal can analyze it, test it, and develop on it. What we're really building is a fully integrated user experience. Your account is your username, which you can use for everything on any device. The end user only has to remember their password and to use official wallet apps. Once we complete this upgrade, Dash is going to be the only currency where if somebody says, "How do I do a cryptocurrency?" or "How do I get involved in Dash?" you just have to send them to dash.org to set up a username, and then they're off to the races. They can use Dash anywhere that Dash platform serves, whereas other cryptocurrencies it's very hard to get into. So that user experience is very important. And as far as I know, no digital currency is taking this approach at all. And actually, without things like full incentivization and governance model, which enables things like owning a dash.org site, funding a decentralized organization like Dash Core Group, having an irrevocable trust to own stuff, having a network architecture that can actually scale to millions of users while keeping everything decentralized to underpin our value. Not many, if any, other cryptos are in a position to do this right now. The way forward could be optimized though. We need to spend more resources on development rather than trying to get people interested in Dash. Because if we have a system, if we have a platform that people will be interested in, it will be easier to get them involved. For example, Dash Core Group could be scaled quite a bit more now. It's run really well by Bob Carroll and has a great team run by Ivan Shumkov. Also, Dash should be engaging and developing third-party support, because the more outside supporters that are going to use the Dash platform, the more opportunities users are going to have to use their Dash and be delighted by the system. That will obviously take time and effort, but Dash platform and the apps that can be built on it are our ticket to the mainstream, so it's well worth it. And anyone in the Dash community can do it. You can approach friends that are developers, you can approach businesses and ask them to check out Dash platform and build apps on top of it. It definitely can be a community effort. The key components moving forward will be these: bringing developers into the new ecosystem to integrate or create apps on platform, aka dApps, driving user signups to Dash, seeing as anyone will be able to sign up to Dash on a platform as a whole with a username and a password. And we have to upgrade the existing ecosystem to DAppy and username based. These main things need driving in tandem. User signups need dApps to have a reason to use Dash, and dApp devs needs to have the user signups to sell their dApps too. The focus of Dash PR before and at Dash platform launch time should be on these three goals. And if we can grow them in tandem, the users coming to Dash and the amount of dApps that they can use on Dash platform, and that's the best goals KPI that we could possibly have. What do you think about Dash's development in the past and more recently? Let me know in the comments below. One thing's for sure, the future's looking much brighter for Dash than it was in 2015. I'm Christopher Carruthers, also known as Tao Satoshi, and that's it for me today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and click the bell if you want to see more from me in Cash Alternative TV episodes. Until next time, remember, Dash is a better money for a better future, and that future is getting closer every day. Bye for now.